Video games have a reputation for being violent and have often been vilified in the media. In response, the video game industry has made efforts to restrict access to violent titles through the ESRB rating system. While the ESRB strives to rate games appropriately, there are still misconceptions, especially among non-gamers. WhatTheyPlay.com is a site that tries to shed light on the specific content of game titles.
The problem, and it's not the ESRB's fault, is games are so complex and there's so much to them that to be able to summarize all of the content that someone needs to know about in a little box an inch across is really difficult. There's a lot of stuff out there that'll tell you if a game is any good, but there's not a lot that'll tell you as a mom or a dad. And we just wanted to give them what they need to know about these games that their kids are asking them about.
This human must be eliminated.
Some might argue that there is an unfair stigma associated with violence in video games. Harvard professor Dr. Lawrence Kuttner is looking into why there seems to be more concern directed toward video games than other forms of media.
We have a long history of moral panics in the United States, especially over the introduction of new media. We saw that in the 1950s with comic books. We even saw it in the late 19th century, especially for teenage girls, and how they were being corrupted by the new medium of that time, which was the paperback novel. Each time we say, well, the other ones, that was silly, but now we should really panic, and we never seem to learn.
The concern is that gamers might mimic what they experience on screen in real life. However, A2M creative director Chris Crowell contends that gaming may actually serve as a safe outlet.
You know, there's a lot of frustrated teenagers out there. They can't experiment. Every time that they have questions about the world, they're sort of shut in. By experiencing and experimenting in these sandboxes that have a simulation of violence to them, you can completely try that out. It's absolutely safe, and that's very, very healthy for people to be able to experiment with these thoughts and try them out.
The potential effects of gaming aren't yet proven, but what seems clear enough is that it sure can be a lot of fun to take a lawnmower to a crowd full of zombies.